Airbus 4168, ready for pushback at stand 4. Pushback approved. Airbus 4168. Airbus 4168, ready for taxi.
Boeing 5135 on final for runway 23. Cleared to land. 23 Boeing 5135.
Taxi to runway. Airbus 4168. Boeing 3025, ready for pushback at stand 5. Push and start approved. Boeing 3025. Airbus 3281 on final for runway 23.
Runway vacated, requesting taxi to stand. Boeing 5135.
Boeing 3025, ready for taxi.
Taxi to stand. Boeing 5135.
Cleared to land. 23 Airbus 3281. Airbus 4168, ready for takeoff at runway 23. Runway 23, line up and wait. Airbus 4168. Taxi to runway. Boeing 3025.
Airbus 84, ready for push.
Runway vacated, requesting taxi to the gate. Airbus 3281.
Push and start approved. Airbus 84.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Airbus 4168. Taxi to stand. Airbus 3281. Contact approach on 130.30 Airbus 4168. Bye-bye.
Airbus 2255 on final for runway 23. Airbus 84 ready for taxi. Cleared to land. 23 Airbus 2255.
Tree 025 ready for takeoff at runway 23.
Boeing 3088 ready for pushback. 3.
Runway 23 line up and wait. Boeing 3025.
Push and start approved. Boeing 3088. Taxi to runway. Airbus 84.
Boeing 3. Airbus 9989. Ready for pushback at stand 2. Pushback approved. Airbus 9989. Airbus 9989. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway. Airbus 9989.
Airbus 6715 on final. Runway 23. Cleared to land. 23. Airbus 6715.
Airbus 9445. Ready for pushback at stand 5. Pushback approved. Airbus 9445. Airbus 9445. Ready for taxi. Boeing 6546 on final for runway 23. Airbus 9989. Ready for takeoff at runway 23. Going around. Boeing 6546.
Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gates. Airbus 6715.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Airbus 989.
Boeing 1548, ready for pushback. 4.
Taxi to runway, Airbus 9445.
Taxi to stand. Airbus 6715.
Contact approach on 130.30 Airbus 9989. Bye-bye.
Push and start approved. Boeing 1548.
Boeing 547 on final for runway 23. Cleared to land. 23. Boeing 547.
Boeing 1548, ready for taxi.
Airbus 9445. Ready for takeoff at runway 23. Airbus 1059. Ready for pushback at stand 3. Runway 23. Line up and wait. Airbus 9445.
Taxi to runway. Boeing 1548.
Pushback approved. Airbus 1059. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to stand. Boeing 547. Runway 23. Cleared for takeoff. Airbus 9445. Airbus 1059. Ready for taxi. Contact approach on 130.30 Airbus 9445. Bye-bye.
Boeing 769 on final. Runway 23.
Taxi to runway. Airbus 1059.
Cleared to land. 23. Boeing 769 Airbus 3483. Ready for pushback at stand. 1.
Taxi to stand. Boeing 547.
Boeing 1548. Ready for takeoff at runway 23. Push and start approved. Airbus 3483. Runway 23. Line up and wait. Boeing 1548. Airbus 5265 on final. Runway 23. Airbus 5617. Ready for pushback at stand. 2. Going around. Airbus 5265. Airbus 3483. Ready for taxi. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gates. Boeing 7698. Runway 23. Cleared for takeoff. Boeing 1548.
Airbus 1059. Ready for takeoff at runway 23.
Contact approach on 130 decimal 30. Boeing 1548. Bye-bye.
Runway 23. Cleared for takeoff. Airbus 1059.
Taxi to runway. Airbus 3483.
Airbus 4158. On final for runway 23. Going around. Airbus 4158.
Taxi to stand. Boeing 7698.
Contact approach on 130.30 Airbus 1059. Bye-bye.
Push and start approved. Airbus 5617. Boeing 6546 on final for runway 23. Cleared to land. 23. Boeing 6546. Airbus 3483, ready for takeoff at runway 23. Airbus 5617, ready for taxi. Runway 23, line up and wait. Airbus 3483, taxi to runway 23. Airbus 5617. Green Spirit 2252 on final for runway 23. Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Airbus 3483. Runway vacated, requesting taxi to stand. Boeing 6546.
Boeing 8491, ready for pushback at stand. Tree.
Taxi to stand. Boeing 6546. Going around. Green Spirit 2252. Contact approach on 130 decimal 30. Airbus 3483. Bye-bye. Airbus 5265 on final for runway 23.
Push and start approved. Boeing 8491.
Boeing 7281, ready for pushback at stand 1. Cleared to land 23. Airbus 5265. Airbus 5617, ready for takeoff at runway 23. Runway 23, line up and wait. Airbus 5617.
Boeing 8491, ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 23. Boeing 8491.
Boeing 5582 on final. Runway 23. Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Airbus 5617. Runway vacated, requesting taxi to stand. Airbus 5265. Going around. Boeing 5582. Push and start approved. Boeing 7281. Contact approach on 130 decimal 30. Airbus 5617. Bye-bye.
Airbus 4158 on final for runway 23. Cleared to land 23. Airbus 4158.
Boeing 2602, ready for pushback 2. Boeing 7281, ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 23. Boeing 7281.
Boeing 8491, ready for takeoff at runway 23.
Taxi to stand. Airbus 5265.
Airbus 5388 on final for runway 23. Runway vacated, requesting taxi to the gate. Airbus 4158. Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Boeing 8491.
Holding position. Boeing 7281.
Going around. Airbus 5388. Taxi to stand. Airbus 4158.
Continue taxi. Boeing 281. Green Spirit, 2252 on final for runway. 23. Cleared to land. 23. Green Spirit, 2252.
Contact approach on 130.30. Boeing 849er1. Bye-bye.
Push and start approved. Boeing 2602. Boeing 7281. Ready for takeoff at runway 23. Airbus 2176. Ready for pushback. 1. Boeing 5582 on final for runway 23. Boeing 2602. Ready for taxi. Cleared to land. 23. Boeing 5582. Runway vacated requesting taxi to stand. Green Spirit 2252. Runway 23, line up and wait. Boeing 7281. Taxi to runway 23. Boeing 2602. Boeing 7051 on final for runway 23. Taxi to stand. Green Spirit 2252. Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Boeing 7281. Going around. Boeing 7051. Runway vacated requesting taxi to stand. Boeing 5582.
Airbus 6554. Ready for pushback at stand 3.
Taxi to stand. Boeing 5582. Contact approach on 130.30. Boeing 7281. Bye-bye. Push and start approved. Airbus 2176. Boeing 7030 on final for runway